You absolutely can. And speaking of sure can do's, we have 3 more sure can do's of incredible sets coming up next.
Ooh.
We've got St. Louis's very own ApolloKage from 26 Rising coming up on one side of the stage, and sitting across from him is WhyDo Esports' very own elijmin, Toronto's finest Shulk, and one of the best players here in Canada. But
today,
he might not be going Shulk. A couple months ago, Ian, there was a tournament, and in that tournament, he went me gunner. Are we going to see it here today? Is he going to stick with the Shulk? We are moments away from finding out, Ian. We're about to get started.
Talking to AK, he's pretty sure he's getting the me gunner.
Yeah.
Which is fair. elijmin reserves that character for very specific matchups, one of those being Snake. So if you're going to have a secondary for specific matchups, you better be bringing it to that matchup.
Yep, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay, bro's clouding. He's clouding.
He's mixing, but you know what he didn't do? He sat down, Yin. He hasn't made a me yet. So unless it's preloaded, he's locking in the Shulk. AK's been prepping for the me gunner, but that's not what we're going to see. Is elijmin's character matchup mix going to carry him here, or is AK gonna just top player his way to victory in this matchup? We're about to find out here on Pokemon Stadium.
Well, excited to see it. elijmin all set to try to get the revenge from Battle of Z. AK doing a good job of taking over some of the stage. Love that dash attack to get in, and of course, just utilizing grenades to their fullest. That is one thing I love about AK, is he knows exactly how to pop those grenades right in his opponent's window, and boom, pops them with the combo to follow up.
It's all about setting out those grounded in areas where you can then have the flexibility to either let it stay, and find an explosion, or you can Z-drop it. Even if Shulk max spaces his aerials on shield, grenade Aid will still trade with them, and you still get hit. AK looking for the up air, they're not going to find it, and try to find a couple setups to end up in a stock there, but just hasn't been able to close it out. Looking for the Japanese parry, trying to bait something else. Could have just gone for a sticky, but nah, AK's too clean with the sauce, and unfortunately getting lost in it. elijmin going to find it, and with the jump art, my friend, AK's got to find this stock.
Yeah, elijmin off to a good start with a nice little reversal out there, and now AK, though, full understanding of elijmin's shield now. Might be able to find the stock here at ledge.
I like that air dodge, but unfortunately just getting the up angle there, it looked like he wanted a neutral one. And as a result, AK able to just line up the back air, close out the stock. That move's so strong, right? It does like 18%. It's active for a third of a second. There is no escaping the inevitable, and Snake's back air might as well be. I love the reset on platform, finding that fastball, the down tilt to cover the space. AK is playing like day one AK. You talk about an experimental style and going back to his roots, you can see it here, right? He's playing this aggressive. I'm going to approach you. I'm going to try and find these really cheeky CQC options and use grenade to find ways in. And elijmin just hasn't been able to get through this bubble.
It's looking pretty good right now for AK. Locking him down.
Now,
so patient.
Yeah, one more stock. I love the dash dance. AK with the rollback, just resetting, right? Taking it step by step, slowing it down, and trying to call out the full hop there. Not able to find the neutral air, but dash attack so good at catching your landing, it's not gonna matter. Right? It's all about controlling the space. You want to lock down center stage. Shulk can have one side of the screen if you get the other, because you can actually contest him from that distance, and when he has to approach you afterwards, that's when you bust out these Nikitas. That's when you start to find your CQC buttons. And after you've laned them into your angle of approach with grenade, and as you see, there's nowhere to go when you run down Snake's highway.
Yeah, and right now, AK just holding full control of the tempo of this game. 54 only on the second stock. And look at the shield pressure, the timing, oh my gosh. AK
was setting up a potential shield break there with that forward air on shield. If that grenade hits, you're able to find pressure afterwards and get the shield to pop. Looking for the up air, but elijmin knows that that's not true, finds the jump out of dodge, and now can't cover the going high. Shulk has so much range, right? So much kill power, especially with Smash Power, but he doesn't have the frame data, and AK is abusing that plus Snake's B reverse movement to the fullest here in the set.
Yep, love that downer, falling out though. elijmin getting the hit, but unable to find the stock. This is so necessary if he wants to get revenge for Battle of Z.
Yeah, he's off to a good start. Right, up a full stock here. There in the center, you see it standing on top of it, but AK didn't have the opportunity to pull the trigger on that C4. It takes a little bit of time to get started, and elijmin's gonna be able to, with Smash Art's help, clean up the stock. Now elijmin just using jump, get away, gets himself some time to reset the arch, right? Buster now online, so he can maybe get damage, but here at 1,651, that isn't gonna kill you. Right now, a grab's gonna do it here past 159.2, but you're not gonna need it. Ethel gonna find the 1, the 2, gonna close it out, and that only works because elijmin, neutral got him. He was grounded there. If you jump, if
they fall out.
Right, it's not true. People don't know this still. In fact, I told elijmin about this before bracket this morning. Snake F-tilt is not true on aerial opponents. That being said, you can down tilt, you can up tilt, they're both frame 6, so you can call out the air dodge, you can call out the jump depending on what they do, but you have to read it. AK is putting himself in the perfect positions here. His spacing has been immaculate, and the way he's utilizing grenade, not to keep you out, but to force you in, but in a specific way, has really been incredible to see here in game number 1.
Love the change in combo there from AK, getting a nice clean 41, but now elijmin just trying to lock him down in the air, and AK so evasive in the movement, just using grenades to make elijmin never want to approach in a way that AK doesn't like. As you said, just lock it down.
And elijmin trying to catch onto the grenade timing windows there. 21 frames from when you pull it to when you can lob it, 21 frames from when you lob it to when you're actionable. So when AK's lobbing those as an item, it takes him, there's 2/3 of a second where he's punishable, but elijmin doesn't know those frame data windows, and you can see him trying to find when to go in. He hasn't been quite sure, and AK's been able to capitalize on that time and time again. That being said, elijmin getting more patient as the set goes on, playing more out of shield, playing more reactively to AK's aggressive CQC pressure, and he's finding a lot more openings already.
All right, love that falling down up air with the buster, and then boom, Smash Art, go ahead and get the kill. elijmin starting to show a little bit more creativity in the use of the shield, of the Monado arts, and it is coming to fruition, but that down air not quite gonna do it. Well, don't matter.
Utilizing down air there to call out the jump from elijmin, so smart. Down air, one of the fastest aerials in the entire game. It is frame number 3. Right, that's as fast as most characters' air dodges. Now I like AK there, not looking for the mix-up into forward air, but instead just trying to set up a ledge trap, calling out the up special to reset the situation. And as a result, right, he's maintained pace of play, he's maintained stage control, and he's just keeping the pressure on, keeping elijmin on the back foot and exhausting these arts one at a time.
Yep, keeping the grenades out there. Got the C4 underneath the middle platform. Keep that in mind, folks, because you know what? elijmin might forget it, and then boom, AK gonna pop the trap. All right.
The B reverse there into that B reverse back right with the C4, creating so much space, setting up that little wall around platform, but right as he set it up, the platform betrayed him, it went away, and now AK needs to find the edge guard without the coverage up above to help him lane. Hey, he's gonna find a way back to let edge pass the down air and the smash are keeping it out, forcing in the approach speed boost there from elijmin to find a way in. The pressure is on. I like the way he's mixing over the Shulk, and you see F tilt 1, up tilt, but even still just not barely enough to shield switch. He had dial storage online, and it working beautifully for him. That being said, you gotta keep track.
Gotta be aware of that C4 at any and all times. Otherwise, you know what? That bear trap gonna spring, though. AK, boom, finds that down throw, or that back throw. Boom, hits the down air. Still, elijmin finally getting him off, but 65%, that is a lot of damage.
And he took 20 more because of shield art there, right? It meant that the last hit of down air barely sent him anywhere. AK was able to find a follow-up on the combo off down air when he ordinarily wouldn't. elijmin just catching the grenade, yanking it right out of AK's hand, falling down and finding the reversal for it. Now AK pressuring himself into the corner up high. There's a huge opportunity for elijmin to force a last act scenario, but because Nikita coming from up top, that sword extended so high, hit the Nikita, found the reversal, and from ground to top flat, Snake somehow found the hit. That's insane, dude.
Absolutely, but boom, comes through, gets the dash attack, unable to find too much, and oh! AK losing his stock, laughing it off. What the mental.
That's the ApolloKage classic. Is you see him blow himself up from C4. I see some people in this room who know better than anybody else. Shout out to St. Louis Snake player Morley. I'm seeing chilling in the chat watching. And he knows AK's gonna blow himself up sooner or later. It's only a matter of time.
Oh,
but it's also only a matter of time until elijmin calls you out. He is known for being a fearless player, and he went up to the heavens there.
So you wanted to go high.
ApolloKage.
You wanted to go high. Don't worry, I got some angels to carry you off, bro.
That man.
Sayonara.
Bro, elijmin, he's playing Metal Gear 5, right? He strapped that full balloon to himself. He got up there and he's like, yo, I am not coming down, Mr. Kojima.
No, sir. No, sir. Man, absolutely phenomenal by elijmin. We saw a lot more patience within the neutral play. We saw a lot more creativity within use of the Monado arts in both disadvantage and advantage. And even neutral, we saw so much shield dart early on in stock 1 that just bought him even more time and more interactions to play against AK. Phenomenal adaptations.
At the end, I honestly think he was moving away from the shield dart that brought him that X factor, because while he was living in terms of stage positioning, he was taking so much extra damage per interaction that but it was that change in pace that really brought out the maximum potential of the shield dart, because AK was expecting him probably to pull it out, and instead, elijmin went on the aggressive. AK wasn't ready and called him out of disadvantage to find the game when all seemed lost. Beautiful stuff from elijmin, but he needs to continue to clean this one up because AK's not going to blow himself up with C4 every game.
Nope. And right now, he is just looking to blow up this stock, 84%. And AK coming really close to popping that grenade over elijmin's head. elijmin, though, playing a much more restrained game.
Interesting from AK there to not drop the platform to pick up that grenade. Pulled the second one you saw off because it drops the first one, dropping it, you create a little wall all past you as you drift on by. Snake is the epitome of just those stealth bombers. He's gonna zoom overhead, dropping bombs left, right, and center, and you better be ready. elijmin has locked in the spacing though, and all of a sudden AK's scrappy playstyle that was been working through 2 games isn't finding the same mileage here in game number 3.
Although right now that Nikita gonna find plenty of mileage and taking elijmin's stock right now. Anytime AK is able to get him plenty far out, it just feels like a checkmate scenario, but boom, Smashar not quite able to do it, and now it's off deck. AK feeling a little bit more comfortable as he gets onto the stage.
I love that from elijmin, recognizing the C4 behind him, the grenade in front, found the auto-cancel window before his hitbox came out, and as a result managed to live another day. Utilizing jump, he was perfect on the vertical positioning, but not horizontally, so just not able to close it out. Thought AK was gonna go high, he didn't. Still able to clean it up. The consistent pressure and immaculate positioning meant AK couldn't cross him up high, and had to stay in that vertical lane by ledge. And elijmin is really cleaning up his ledge trapping and really cleaning up some of his positioning around these nades. What adjustments is AK gonna make to continue to find new ways in here over the course of the rest of this set?
It's honestly just been amazing positioning. I mean, we just saw it with that grab, utilizing the B reverses and grenades just to give slight micro adjustments in his spacing. But right now, elijmin doing a lot of work with that buster. Doesn't matter though, F-Tilt gonna be able to yank that stock away. And now AK, one more stock from this game 3.
Z catching the ledge there is so strong. You can roll away. This is just it, pretty much. No, he's gonna C4. What's he cooking? He's doing something special. Looking for the backer, but Shulk's gonna get you away. Honestly, AK, that's really cute. It works on most people. You're trying to put him on Twitter.com, but have you heard of the F smash, buddy? That one just would have put him to the blast zone.
I mean, hey, either way, I was excited for a moment, and then that shield dart came on through. Feels like Shulk, one of the few characters that could have gotten through it. Although AK feeling very comfortable right now. Boom, grenade, pop him up. Almost lapped him in percent, but elijmin got a little something to say about it. Oh!
He went all the way out there and barely made it back to the depths, but dropping the stanky leg. AK has one more chance with that up tilt, resetting the scenario. He can still close this one out, but here at Killers and Smashar Online, you have to wait this one out if you're AK. The Nikita miss input though, gonna bring it to a last stock scenario. Speed buster is exactly what you want if you're elijmin. These are your arts to rack up damage. Go on the aggressive and close this percent gap. By the time you do, hey, Smash is going to be back online and you might just be able to steal this one away.
Ooh, getting thrown off stage. Shield Art might be able to save you from 1, but can it save you from 2? Oh, it don't even matter. the recognition, bro, of that jump right there. The call out.
The fact that elijmin was ready for that first tech shows such an innate understanding of how Nikita adjusts his knockback angle, right? And then once he found it, got back to ledge, went for the jump mix-up, and AK's just ready for it, recognizing it preemptively too, because he called out the initial frames of the get-up option by going to platform, and then was able to reset with a neutral air because of jump art, right? Snake can't get high enough otherwise. His flop isn't even tall enough to get the platform by itself. But it didn't matter because AK just recognized it, right? His situational awareness is just on another level.
Well, hey, you know what? Game number 4. Can elijmin bring it back against AK and try to get revenge? Or will AK win this and be able to try to get revenge against Monty from last night?
Yeah, not only just revenge against Monty, but trying to keep it going from Team USA here in bracket, right? This is Canada versus America. East Coast versus Midwest here. ApolloKage, elijmin, game number 4. AK's got the counter pick advantage. More space for elijmin to work with, though. And that might be the difference maker, right? His patience has been getting better each and every game. The last time he had to fight through it on a small stage where he didn't have that ability to back off and reset. But here, he kind of can. He can run away and wait for his arts to recharge. That combined with his patience is going to make it much harder for AK to find a way in this game.
Right now, doing it. Oh, okay! All right, I mean, you didn't have to do that, but I'm not complaining. elijmin sending a little bit of a message in this game number 4 with that first stock. Although AK still might have something to say about it as he is loading up on grenades, though elijmin, plenty of damage here.
Yep. Remember with Snake, too, it's not just about taking the stock, it's about creating a big enough percent lead in extra credit before you lose your next one, that trades don't become favorable for Snake anymore. He wants to combo you off grenades, which ends the person who's holding it less distance than the person who gets hit, who's not holding it, who didn't throw it. So if you're elijmin, you have to rack up so much extra damage on the stock, and at 80%, he has done so. He has made all of these trades for the next stock or so go in his favor, and it means that it kind of has to go away from that option in large part, right, in terms of these defensive grenades he's gotten so much mileage off of.
Smash art on deck, gonna backfire. Looked like elijmin was hunting, but you know what? Call an ambulance, but not for him. Now AK got a chance to go ahead and bring up some damage. Smash art now out of the way. I love that patience from AK just to burn it, but air slash coming so close to taking a stock at ledge here pretty soon.
I like speed to keep the pressure on. Snake can struggle with characters like Sonic, right, who just literally get in your face, grab you, keep an onslaught of pressure on. And oh my goodness, my friend, elijmin going up, and away again. AK has not been able to get away from that. He's sticking on the side for too long, and now has to resort to an F smash to even try and get back in this one. But now elijmin's backing up the damage, and Yin, I mean, it's looking like we're gonna see a game 5 here.
Yeah, this is looking really rough for AK. You mentioned earlier needing the trades to be in his favor, and they are not gonna be for the rest of this game. As 107, elijmin, one strong hit away from taking out AK. Boom, down throw, forward air, coming so close.
Nope, but remember, Snake not a super heavy anymore. It's still very much a heavy. Air slash very strong, but not gonna find a kill on Snake when you send him towards Snake. I love that from AK. Finding the instant catch there into the reverse up tilt, finding a lot of defensive pressure, but just not able to maintain the state. And now it's elijmin. Speed art gone, but smash art here, any hit will kill, but invulnerability on dash attack, man. And suddenly, AK is starting to claw this lead back inch by inch.
Although it might be a little too late. At the same time, AK, if he could get a little bit of momentum for game 5, or heck, still this game, he might be able to do it, but no, forward air.
The second you said this game, Yin, the second you said this game.
I knew what I was doing.
Commentary curse for
I want a
more
game 5.
5s. I agree. This is the way it should be. We have 4 sets here. We're on our way to our second game 5. Hey, ouch, JDV, Big D Armadillo. I'm gonna need 10 more games after this one, buddy. We're an hour ahead.
We were an hour ahead. Come on, slow it down. Slow it down.
Let's catch up to the schedule. Let's catch it down to the schedule, baby.
Yes, ma'am. And right now, These boys are getting ready. Because the loser of this, I do believe, gets to be fighting off against Xavier. Yeah, that's a... You don't want to play Wii Fit. Especially not Xavier. That bro will kill you at 10.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're either of these players, you have VODs of your character against Wii Fit from the tri-state area.
True.
The issue is, all those VODs are of your character losing to Wii Fit because John Numbers is just built that different. That being said, we have one last game. The Mii Gunner was expected. The Mii Gunner was not received. AK losing game 4, though, means he gets to go to the very best stage for Snake there ever was. It's going to be Hollow Bastion, and Grenade hits above and below plat, C4 hits above and below plat. Snake can control the center of the stage better than any character in the game, but he has to get stage control first. And so far, elijmin just hasn't given him that opening. He is under that platform as if his life depends on it.
Love the downer conversions from AK. Doing a really good job to start off with the tear. This is kind of what we saw in some earlier sets tonight from AK. Grenade, downer, it's the key. What can you say? And now look at this, trying to get some pressure through, but elijmin holding on to nice bits of damage every 5 seconds.
AK just wasn't ready to call out that landing, but if you do, you actually can find that C4 to punish landing there. I like the pressure. Blows up C4, punishes grenade, it prevents the jump over, it prevents the dash underneath. Very safe pressure there from AK to just reset neutral. Oh, but taking the double grenade, that's 20% he didn't need to take. The jump is gone, and now elijmin gets a Sharky with jumper. We've seen this before, and AK getting pushed to his very limit here. Finding a lead is integral for Snake, and he's not gonna have it. He's gonna have to show you just why he can beat players like Bluto, like MK Leo, but why he's one of the best in the world, and just outplay his opponent, because the Snake lead isn't something he's gonna have in his favor for the rest of this one.
Well, hey, you know what? AK might be able to take that stock. I love the usage of the grenade from elijmin to go ahead and save himself from that off stage. Now, trying to rack up a little bit of damage with Buster. AK finding the hit with that up tilt. What a beautiful, beautiful kick.
He low profiled the initial swing, and then his foot followed him up, found the follow-up on it, and closed it out. AK providing such beautiful positioning. Watch how he's using these grenades as an anchor point, right? Moving from grenade to grenade, using it to hold space, letting them cook on different timings, and he's holding the space in between, right? He's always lobbing a grenade, picking up a grenade in between, right? Lobbing a grenade, right? Moving around it, picking up a grenade in between, just to control the space, create this bubble, playing around the different points on stage he's setting up based on his grenade positioning.
elijmin playing so patient around that center plat. You have to be so careful, as you said, around Snake here. I love his patience right now. The adaptations from the set so far. elijmin really wanting to add another top player win to his resume here.
But in order to do so, he has to get past this wall, right? AK was behind, but slowly just chipping it away, and now having stage control, that C4 means even when AK pressures you to the corner, he still is holding center stage from a distance. And this is what makes Snake just so strong on this stage and going high. We've seen AK just go fight back down to the ground. Not a whole lot of B-reverses. That time it was a bait to bring elijmin into the C4 range, and it was gorgeous, gorgeous mix-up.
I will say right now, AK racking up plenty of damage with these grenades and aerials. elijmin getting a little aggressive there with that grab, and now all of a sudden, he's the one with the pressure on him. He's the one needing to make unsavory trades, and AK is so willing to rip apart everything elijmin has and trade after trade. Then to the C4, that is going to be game. AK clutching it up.
And we saw at the end, right, the last couple stocks, that misdirection from AK. Not just outplaying, but out-tricking your opponent. Right, the fastball, down, air dodge, just to bait him into C4 range. Then at the end, throwing out so much mix off his rolls with his grenade timings that he used the smoke to cover C4. elijmin lost track of it, and that was all she wrote. Beautiful stuff from ApolloKage, pushes his limits, but does move on, makes top 8 winner side. And yes, chat, I see you. It was anchor point theory that was mentioned. I play this character. I see you. I know what's up.